What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. Now, I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to explain CBR's very weird article that they put out. Now, I want to, kind of go through the entire thing, tell you guys probably just not the most exciting explanation from it, and go from there. So, James Sigfield pointed this out, and this is Comic Book Resources, and he said, hey, CBR, you know something we don't. And it links to an article from this website, okay? Now, I clicked on it today when you guys you're watching the video. I clicked on it today, but I looked at his pictures that he posted, which we'll read out loud, and he did that yesterday. If you click on the link right now, the link's gone. There's no article there, so they took the article down. That's something important that we'll circle back to in a little bit. So basically, the title is Gotham Knights drops a spooky, action-packed gameplay trailer. During a state of play, Warner Bros. Games Montreal reveals a stunning new trailer for its highly anticipated open-world action game, Gotham Knights. And again, this was posted 5 hours ago in terms of yesterday, I believe. The latest Sony State of Play showcase revealed closer looks at a variety of upcoming third-party games, including Gotham Knights. The new gameplay trailer digs into the game's combat, traversal, and character upgrade systems. It also expands on the Court of Owls, who were recently highlighted in the game's story trailer, first shown off at DC Fandom 2021. So that's all, that's the pictures that he posted. There's no way of knowing what else was in that article now, at least, because the article is gone. So here's the thing. Again, kind of a lackluster, like a non-exciting answer to it. I will say my initial reaction was, wow, do they, and that's, he even said it as well, right? Do they know something we don't? Did they post this thinking that there was, was this on accident, but, they know that there's going to be another State of Play, or is this a hint of maybe it was supposed to be at the State of Play and now it's at the Game Awards? That was my initial thought, mainly because I'm just an optimistic, even though people tell me opposite. I'm an optimistic person by trade, right? So I guess that's initially what I thought, but I really feel like the answer, again, is more, just non-exciting, is that and this is a true thing, okay, this is a true thing. Oftentimes what these sites will do is they will create kind of like mock articles where they will fill in most of the blanks ahead of time. And then when it happens, when the thing is at the event or is announced or whatever, they will publish the article. That's, you can see that actually in action a lot of times with IGN. IGN, when a game gets announced or a game gets like additional details, say an E3 or a Gamescom, etc., they will have an article up probably within, a couple minutes, like 1 to 3 minutes of, maybe a little bit longer, of when the game, so that's very quick, and you could be asking, well, maybe they just type fast. I mean, I'm sure that's possible, but really, they already have a structure in place. They just kind of fill in the small missing pieces afterwards, and they hit publish just to kind of get it out there as quickly as possible. I will say it's kind of smart, but it can lead to mistakes happening like this mistake. So basically what I think happened is they made this article before the State of Play, because besides the last paragraph, and now again, I think this theory holds up pretty well except for the last paragraph, which I do want to talk about. Everything they mentioned besides that last paragraph is very open-ended. You didn't need to see anything to write an article. You know what I mean? Like if you were trying to predict it was going to happen or whatever, you did not need to see it in order to write it. Gotham Knights drops a spooky, action-packed gameplay trailer. You're just making a guess that it's gameplay. Spooky, action-packed. Okay, you just throw out some words. You know what I mean? Really, anything could classify as that, so it's not a big deal. During a State of Play, WB Games Montreal reveals a stunning new trailer, non-descriptive. That's not this. You know what I mean? That doesn't say anything about the trailer. Therefore, they can write it early for its highly anticipated open-world action game, Gotham Knights. That's just describing the game. Again, we already know that. So see how it works. Like you could do that entire. You can write the title and the subtitle without even watching any trailer of Gotham Knights. You know what I mean? And then again, we'll read the last two. The latest Sony State of Play revealed closer looks at a variety of upcoming third-party games. That's what the State of Play was defined as. So again, easy to write early, including Gotham Knights. So there is, they could have had that for Hogwarts Legacy. They could have wrote one for Hogwarts. They could have wrote one for name your third-party big game. You know what I mean? They could have had a couple of those ready and just replaced, including Gotham Knights. They could have replaced it with something else. Now, the thing that does throw it off a little bit, which I will, give you guys if you want to throw that at me. I don't disagree with it, is the last paragraph. The new game, so because it gets more specific, the new gameplay trailer digs into the game's combat. Again, I mean, maybe any gameplay trailer would do that. Traversal, not, maybe, and character upgrade system. So, and it also expands on the Court of Owls, who were recently highlighted at DC Fandom. So even that last part, I guess that last sentence, it also expands on the Court of Owls, who were recently highlighted in the game's story trailer first shown off during DC Fandom. That is just, again, you can kind of just throw it in there. Now, if the gameplay trailer doesn't have anything to do with the Court of Owls, it does make the article look bad if you did publish this and you were on the money. I mean, it was shown. The last sentence probably wouldn't make sense, but again, maybe you change that last sentence. Maybe that's one of the only things you do change based off of what you see. And even that first, the first sentence, that could be a thing too. Maybe they just had some descriptive words there, and then depending on what they did show, you can take out a couple words, you can add a couple words. Because again, obviously a gameplay trailer would probably show games combat. That makes sense. Traversal, I guess, because you're doing things in the game, and character upgrade systems. I feel like that's almost a leap of faith, where it's like, there's not a guarantee it would show that kind of stuff, but they're gonna say it anyway. So maybe you get rid of that if they don't show that. So that's what I would say. A little bit more of an educational video, I would say, but that's from what I've seen. It's not even just for this. I have heard, and I kind of have known about that for a little while. These sites do these things where they have, again, kind of like a rough outline ahead of time, and then they kind of just fill in the missing pieces, and they hit publish, and it goes up really quickly. So I assume, this is just my assumption, I could be wrong, and by the way, guys, I want to be wrong. You know what I mean? I want this to be them seeing into the future. I want this to be them knowing something we don't know, where they thought that this was the state of play they were going to show Gotham Knights, and there's another state of play in 2 weeks, or it was supposed to be at the state of play, and now it's at, the Game Awards. Like, those are the things I want it to be. I just think it's probably they thought it could be there, so they had an article ready because it would be a big story. I mean, if they could get that article out there first, or just within the first couple minutes of it happening, then that would be pretty big. And again, I think some of the other telltale signs are the fact that the article is now gone. You know what I mean? So I think it was more of an, you could say it was an accident. It was an accident either way, no matter how you argue what this was. It was an accident that it was published. But I think it was an accident because this was a kind of a rough draft thing, something that you could use if it happened, but you would just delete it if it didn't happen, and somebody actually by accident hit publish. So that's what I would take away from it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed, the bell icon turned on, so you know when all these videos go up. If you want to follow me over on Twitter, or subscribe to my second channel, or support us on Patreon or YouTube memberships, links for all of them are in the description below. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope to see you all on the next video.